Hi, my name is Kelly Hall, and welcome to my TED Talk. So, let's talk about leadership a little bit. It comes in many different forms, all done differently by each person with their own goals. But a good leader is able to go above and beyond that. They are able to unleash the power of their people. Unleashing the power of people can be a very difficult task because each person is going to need to be looked at and treated slightly differently in adjustment to their personality and who they are as a person. Adjusting to each personality so that they feel special is extremely important for success in this area. I believe that using motivation is the best way to unleash the power of people. Motivation is what gets people to do something, especially if they don't want to, and let's be honest, we all have to do things that we don't want to. Therefore, being a leader that motivates their employees is incredibly important. Being able to motivate your employees is much more complex than most people would think. Motivation doesn't just happen, it has to be built. For example, most students know that if they don't do their homework assignment, they're probably going to get a zero on it. But does that mean that all of them are turning in their homework assignments? And a lot of times the answer is no, because not everyone is motivated by just that grade. Each person is motivated differently, and as a leader, being able to hire people you can motivate and then continue to motivate them is much more difficult than it seems. I think the best example that I can personally give is through my own experience. Over the summer, I had an internship in which there would be times that I was tasked with filling in the holes on project and campaigns that the team had been working on. I spent a lot of time going back and forth between research that the client wanted and what the company wanted to make sure that everything fit together perfectly to create that perfect puzzle. Being an intern, there was obviously a lot of work that felt slower or boring because I was doing the work that people didn't want to. And at first, I was extremely motivated by that because I wanted to be the best that I could be. I was a new girl, and I obviously had to prove myself. But as the summer progressed and I was doing the same thing over and over and over, my motivation started to dwell away, and my work wasn't as good as it could have been. But my team and my boss always found a way to make me realize that what I was doing is important and appreciated and motivated me to continue to work to what they knew I was capable of. It made me work even harder to make sure that every product was being produced in a way that would make the company look better than it did before. I would say later just to make sure that everything was close to being as perfect as it could get. A little motivation really does go a long way. It really unleashed a lot of power from within me that I didn't even realize I had. In my current David Novak leadership class, we focused on this topic for a week, and I think that it really opened my eyes to a lot more than I thought it would. Unleashing the power of people seems like it could be a simple task. Just make them realize that they do have the power within them, and if they work for it, it will be good, right? But no, finding a way to unleash each person's power is extremely valuable skill as a person and as a leader. In class, we learned that there is a common misconception that a leader is born a leader. That thought and idea is very untrue. You do not have to be born with specific characteristics or traits to become a leader. You just have to be someone that motivates, and you are motivated and lets people motivate you. If you want to become a leader, understand the importance of being able to motivate someone in a way that makes them work better. You do not have to be at the top of your organization to be a leader by any means. You just have to be a motivator. You can motivate other people even when you're at the bottom of the totem pole. When you motivate and you lead, you will continually prove that your leadership deserves a more difficult position within the organization until you are basically at the top. Do not wait for someone to tap on your shoulder and say, you should be a leader one day. Let someone motivate you, run with that motivation, and then unleash the power in others through motivation. I want to leave you guys with the idea that came from David Novak and how he motivates people and unleashes their power. He's the former CEO of Yum Brands, and he did his motivation in a very unique way, and he was able to personalize it to each person without getting into very deep understanding of every hundreds and hundreds of employees that he has. Rather, he would reward all the hardworking employees with a prize that represented the company with a personalized note explaining that their hard work is not going unnoticed and that they are very appreciated for all that they do. When you sit back and think about that for a second, being told by the CEO of the company that all the hard work you're putting in is being recognized would not only make you feel good, but help to continue to motivate you to work hard to accomplish all of your daily goals.